Hi all, today we are going to see what is meant by JEST, and by using this JEST how we are going to test our React component. So before getting started we have to know what is meant by JEST. JEST is actually a JavaScript testing framework. By using this JEST we will test a JavaScript code base. This is actually an open source testing library. By using this JEST, we can test React, Angular, Vanilla.js and Vue.js. Many frameworks can be tested by using this JEST. Uh, when we are creating a React project, by default we will get a file, actually a testing file. We can see how to execute it from the scratch. So this is our React project. So when I'm creating a React project, after giving that command npx create React project, like we will get a file like app.js, index.js, everything. In this file, you can see here app.test.js. Inside this app.test.js, actually, first we are importing a render and screen, and we are importing the component app. See, this app component is getting imported inside our test.js, and inside this test we are testing some text, actually learn React. You can see here we have a link with the text of learn React. That's what we are going to test here. Screen.get text learn React. So now we will execute it. First we will stop this. So just give npm test. After giving this command, it will execute this file app.test.js. Like how much test cases you have given, that will be executed and the result will be shown in our command prompt. So you will get like this. Now at this stage, like you need to press A to run all the test cases. Currently we have only one test case. I am giving A here. You can see here only one test, that test got passed. So I'll show you how it is executed. So first the text case, how it has been written, I'll show. Test of, I'll give the text what it is going to be done in the inside the test case. Renders learn React link. It is going to check this learn React link, the text is correct or not. That's what is given here. You can see renders learn React link, and then we are actually including rendering the app component that was imported initially, that we are rendering here, and constant we are getting the link element. So inside this link element we are actually getting the text from the link element. So this I, why this I is written as like when I am giving this app.js, for example, you can see. So if I'm changing this A to capital A means, so even though our test case will be like true only, like if it is some case is altered also, it will show the test is passed. So in this way the test case is run. I'll show you like how we are going to execute it with some other HTML elements also. Now I have created a separate project. In this project I have created the list. So in this list I have a list of fruits. You can see apple, orange and banana. Like how we are going to test this. So basically in this app.test.js we have the basic test before learn React. Now if I execute this, you can see here, I'll stop this. npm test. So it should throw actually error. So you can see one test that got failed. Why? Because now in our app.js there is no link which has a text of learn react. Now we have only the list of fruits: apple, banana and orange. So we will change this test actually. So I have altered the text, and then same from the app component, list items. So now how we are going to get this element, how we are going to get this list items. So for this we can use this HTML selectors. So if you are going to this testing library page, in this library page you can see inside this core API by role. So each and every HTML has a different selector here. So by clicking this table of HTML elements with your default and desired roles, you will get a set of table. So here you can use, see, for example, button. So it does the role of button. So now this is list. So now you can see for selecting list, the role is list item. So by using role, so we can select the HTML elements by this. So get all by role. So the role is, you can see the role is what is given here, list item. So that should be given in double quotes, list item. So whatever name we are giving here, that you can give inside this list items. So the list item should be of length 3. So to be, so I'm going to check the length. So I'll give here dot length to be 3. So now you can see renders list item, the test got passed. So if I'm giving here 4 means, see, you can see the test got failed, and you can see what was the mistake. Received 3, but in our test case we have given it as 4. So in this way we can test our list items. So for example, like we can test using ID, and many are there. Like we can test our button input by using placeholder. We can test many. I'll just show the simple basic things, like how we can test using an ID, test ID. So I'll give one. So we can test using title. So I am giving a word title here, and inside this it should print the sum of A and B. So now how we are going to test this sum? So I'll just copy this test case here. So by using this title, we are going to check the sum. So now we got the list item by its role. Now we need to get by title. So for title, get by title. So whatever title we have given inside, sum, I have given the name sum. So I am giving here sum. The title should be the sum should be 4. So here I am getting by using title. So title dot text content, whatever the text content, inside this span, that we are going to check. So title element dot text content to be like by adding 3 plus 1 we will get 4. So I am giving like this. So renders title. So what was the mistake here? So I expect list items dot length to be okay. Now you can see both the tests are passed. So if I'm not giving this parenthesis here, it will show error. Why? Because we are checking the text content inside, so we should give parenthesis for this. See, 4. So in this way we can test by role, and then we can test by title, and by using ID I'll show you some example. So inside on H1 I'll just write hello, and I'll give the ID as I'm just giving my test ID. So how I will test this ID? I'll just copy paste the so I'm going to get the text by using ID. So get by test ID. So whatever ID I have given there, so my test ID. So now I'm going to test this. This should be like that element should be in the document. So I'm giving here to be in the document. You can see the ID. Now you can see all the three tests has been passed. So list items, title and the ID element. So now if I'm changing this ID, you have already saw. So it will show that ID is not available in our HTML element. So this is how we will test our React component using ID or by using a given role like list item, button or anything can be tested. I'll show how to test by using placeholder and button. I've just included a simple form here, like form with a basic input, username, password and a login button. I'll just show how it's going to be executed. See, we got our login form. Like now I'm giving password and followed by, if I'm pressing the login button, okay, this is the basic login. Like I'll show you in. So this is a basic input form, like input field of username, the placeholder username and password, placeholder password and followed by button login. So how we are going to test this input field and button, I'll show. So basically I'll delete all these test cases. So now I'm going to check the username is available or not. Like we will check using placeholder. So now I'm going to get by placeholder. So whatever placeholder I'm given here, like username, I'm just copying it. I'm just pasting it here. So the placeholder should be in the document. So to be in the document. So in the same way, I'm going to test button and password field also. So I'm just copying it. Password is same like username. I'm going to test by using the placeholder. The placeholder will be password. And it should also be in the document. And for button, for selecting button, I'm going to use role, get by role. So for this button, I'll just get by role. The role of the button is just button. So it should also be in the document. So now I'll execute it. It should execute all the tests. So I have given A. So first test renders username, password and renders button. So for example, if I'm not giving username here, for example, I'm not going to give placeholder here. So now you can see without placeholder, like it can't render the username and password field. So this is how we will test using JEST our form by using placeholder and get by row. I'll show some basic things of JEST. So now I have given two values like a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 5, and in span it's going to print the result. So you can see here. So here I am going to test. So I'll show some JEST functions here. Renders span sum. So this I'm going to get by using same like title. If I say same by using title, I'm going to get so get by title sum. So now I'm going to test the sum value. So the sum value will be like 10. So how I'm going to test is to be 10. So I'm going to test the text content. So text content should be 10. So you can see 4 test is getting passed, like render span sum test is getting passed. If I'm giving some other value, for example 12, the test will get failed. So you can see the test get failed. So you can, the expected value is see the expected value is expected is 10 and received expected is 12, like the received value is 10. So if I need not to be, see why, because this is also a JEST function, not to be. Why? Because the received value is, you can see the sum is like 10. Now I have given 12 and given a function like not to be 12. So our test is getting passed. So not to be, if I am giving the correct value as 10, not to be 10. Then it will show error. Why? Because the correct value is 10. I have given the condition as 10. See, the received value is 10 and expected not 10. You can see here. So in this way, like many testing functions are there. Like by using this testing library, we can select the HTML elements like list, link element, and then script element, like many are there. By using this table, we can select our HTML elements And here we can find like many JEST functions, like you can see here to be. We have seen many examples on to be, and to be in the document, not to be zero. Like there are many in JEST functions. So basically the testing library is used to select the HTML elements, like elements in the DOM, and JEST is used to check the functionality, like it is equal to, or it is in the document, or not equal to. Like many functions can be executed using JEST. Hope you all understand how we are performing the testing function in React component by using JEST. See you in next video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.